The story begins in the land of Canaan, where a young man named Joseph lived with his father Jacob and his 11 brothers. Joseph was 17, bright, hopeful, and deeply loved by his father. So loved, in fact, that Jacob gave him a special gift, a beautiful coat of many colors. It shimmered in the sunlight, each color more vibrant than the last. But that coat stirred something painful in the hearts of his brothers. Jealousy. Joseph didn't help matters by sharing the unusual dreams he had.
Face this challenge together. Our strength lies in our unity. And in my dream, the sun, moon, and stars all bow down to me.
In one dream, Joseph saw his brothers' bundles of grain bowing down to his. In another, the sun, moon, and stars bowed before him. Joseph shared these dreams with excitement, believing they meant something important. But to his brothers, they felt like insults, as if Joseph thought himself above them all. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were tending the flocks far from home.
Go with care and return with stories of their well-being.
Joseph set out across the fields, searching until he found them. But as he approached, his brothers saw him from a distance, saw that colorful coat, and bitterness rose inside them. They began to plot. When Joseph reached them, they ripped off his coat and threw him into a deep pit. Joseph cried out in fear, but no one came to help. The brothers sat down to eat, ignoring his voice. A caravan of Ishmaelite traders passed by on their way to Egypt. Judah, one of the brothers, suggested they sell Joseph instead of leaving him to die. And so, for 20 pieces of silver, they handed their young brother over to strangers. Joseph was taken away in chains, confused, scared, and heartbroken. The traders carried Joseph into the land of Egypt, a place of towering statues, wide streets, and powerful kings. There, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh.
I will take him. He will serve in my household.
Even though Joseph was far from home and had been betrayed, he didn't give up. He worked faithfully, and God was with him. Potiphar noticed Joseph's integrity and skill, and soon placed him in charge of his entire household. But trouble found Joseph again. But before we continue, please like and subscribe. Your support greatly contributes to the growth of our channel. Potiphar's wife began to take an interest in him. Day after day, she tried to convince him to lie with her.
Come to me and make me happy, you naughty servants.
Joseph refused every time, choosing loyalty and honor. One day, when no one else was in the house, she grabbed his cloak. Joseph fled, leaving the cloak in her hands. Angry and humiliated, she lied about him, accusing him of harming her. Potiphar believed her, and Joseph was thrown into prison.
I did nothing to her.
Once again, Joseph found himself alone, in a place of shadows and cold stone walls. But even in prison, God was with him. Joseph served the prisoners with kindness. He listened. He cared. And soon the prison warden trusted him with responsibilities. One day, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker were thrown into the same prison. Both had disturbing dreams they couldn't understand. Joseph listened and explained their meanings. Everything happened.
In your dreams lie messages of what is to come. The meanings are clear if we look closely.
Just as he said.
And then,
but the cupbearer, restored to his position, forgot about Joseph.
The most incredible thing happened.
Then Pharaoh himself had 2 troubling dreams. Dreams none of his magicians or wise men could interpret.
I had a dream, and it was terrifying. The river turned to blood, and the land was in chaos.
It was then the cupbearer remembered Joseph. He told Pharaoh about the young Hebrew who understood dreams. Joseph was brought out of prison, shaved, bathed, and clothed for the palace. Pharaoh explained his dreams. 7 fat cows eaten by 7 thin cows, 7 healthy heads of grain devoured by 7 withered ones. Joseph listened, then spoke boldly. God is revealing what is to come. 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine. Joseph advised Pharaoh to store food during the good years to prepare for the bad. Pharaoh was so impressed that he placed Joseph in command of all Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. Joseph received royal robes, a signet ring, and a chariot. He rode through the streets as people bowed before him. During the 7 years of plenty, Joseph oversaw massive grain storage. When the famine came, the whole world felt its hunger and came to Egypt for food, including Joseph's brothers. They bowed before him, just as Joseph had dreamed all those years ago, but they didn't recognize him. Joseph spoke harshly to test them, to see if their hearts had changed. He sent them back home and brought them
What
again, until
have
finally
you
he
done?
could no longer hold back
How
his
could you
emotions.
betray me like
Joseph
this?
ordered everyone
What
except
have
his
done?
brothers to leave the room.
What have you
With
done?
tears streaming
Explain
down
yourselves
his face, he
now!
said, "I am Joseph, your brother." His brothers froze in shock and fear, but Joseph
It is
embraced them
I,
with compassion.
Joseph, your
"Do
brother!
not be afraid," he said. "You meant evil against me, but God used it for good, to save many lives." Joseph forgave them fully and invited his entire family, including his father Jacob, to move to Egypt, where they would be provided for during the famine. When Jacob arrived, Joseph ran to him and hugged him tightly. Father and son wept together, reunited after decades of pain and loss. Joseph's life, once marked by betrayal, slavery, and injustice, ended in redemption, forgiveness, and God's perfect purpose. His journey teaches us this: no matter who betrays you, no matter how dark the path becomes, no matter how deep the pit may seem, God can lift you higher than you ever imagined. And what was meant to harm you, God can turn into a blessing. Share your thoughts on what you learned from this Bible story in the comments below. Please remember to like
Don't
and
worry,
subscribe.
we'll find a way out
Your
together.
support greatly
We just need to
contributes to the growth of our channel.